001 here, yay! I'm not talking about Umicon, because Umicon is still on my camera, so... Yay, Hannah. Anyway, what I am talking about is Black Butler Circus. That, I think, just ended with... how many episodes? 10 episodes? Which is kind of weirding me out, in all honesty, because, Love Stage also had 10 episodes. Like, usually it's, like, 12 or 13 episodes. So, I don't know why they're short, but they are, because they definitely could have gotten, like, 1 or 2 more episodes. But anyway, I guess it's okay. This is, like, the 3rd season of Black Butler, but it's not. And I'm going to explain that, because this happens in the manga. The entire Circus arc is in the manga. Like, there's Joker, and then there's Joker, and then there's everybody else, and then they are, and this is where they all die. So, oops, spoilers. Okay, so basically this happens right after Prince Soma, like his little curry, the battle of the curry, and you know, they're trying to find his like housemaid person. And that's when this happens. This happens right after that. And it's really accurate, actually, to the thing. Ciel gets a letter from the queen, who is not like the queen that shows up in the curry battle. Like, the queen that's in the manga, she's an old lady. And she's, like, she's got some, you know, old lady fat and, like, wrinkles. Like, she actually does show up to the curry thing, but you know how she shows up? On a horse. With her servants, like, chasing after her, telling her to get off the horse. And she's like, fuck you guys, I'm an old lady, I do what I want. I'm the Queen of England. Like, that's basically how it's always been. Which is cute. And I love it, because she's like, oh, it's my boy! And, like, she has a little nickname for Ciel, and she likes to embarrass him in front of people and things. And it's actually the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. And it actually just brings some light to this manga for it being so dark. Like, in the anime, they try to make it so dark, and it's got a good bit of comedy in it. Like, the character, like, Snake, who has the little snakes, and he makes the funny voices for his snakes when he talks for them, because he himself doesn't actually talk, it's his snakes. And it's just funny, like, if you met a guy that actually, like, carried around 2 snakes, like, all the time, and he talked for them, like, I'm feeling a little cold, says Emily. Like, what? It's funny. Okay, so, what is the Circus arc about? Okay, this is about Ciel and how basically him and Sebastian, like, really, like, got together. It involves Ciel's when his house burned down and he's, like, looking for his parents, and he finds them murdered, cold blood, they're dead, they're fried succotash, dead. And, he gets kidnapped, and he gets tortured, he gets mentally, like, fucked up, like, and he's, like, 10. So imagine, like, a 10-year-old running through their house trying to find their mom and dad, and then, like, finding them dead, and then getting kidnapped, and getting put inside this cage like an animal, and then getting yanked up and put on a table, and you're being, like, mentally abused, and, like, verbally, not mentally, but basically, verbally and, like, physically abused, and people are just smacking you, and I mean, they fucking branded him, like, right here. Like, I don't want to be touched there, let alone, like, branded. Like, that's an iron on your skin. Like, my grandma burned herself on her flat iron, and it looked really bad. Like, that's just a flat iron. So, like, imagine having a red-hot piece of iron just, like, that's gotta hurt! Holy shit! Like, I probably would have passed out, and I'm okay with pain. Like, my dad definitely would have just, like, fucking fainted. But, I mean, that's, like, holy shit. Like, Like, when you're reading or watching, you're just like, ah, it's just anime, it's just manga, you know, I don't care. But his parents got killed, and he saw their dead bodies. I mean, they don't even really do that anymore. Like, usually funerals and things are, like, closed casket. And, like, or, I mean, most people even get, like, cremated nowadays, so you really can't even see their dead body. I myself have never seen a dead body, but I don't want to. Like, I don't, like, the only thing that I've seen that's dead is, like, a bug or, like, one of my fish or something crying in my eye. Columbus. But I mean, like, your parents in front of you dead, and then you're being tortured, and you're about to die, and all these people are just like, ah, so cute. Like, it's a sexual thing. Like, they're torturing him because they want to see this little boy being tortured. It gets him off. And so, you know, he's just like, die, 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 die! And he's like wanting all these guys just dead. He just wants all of them dead. And you know what? That's when fucking Sebastian shows up. In Ciel's mind, he's like, come with me, take my hand, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, Ciel's like, yes! And, you know, that it takes off from there. I mean, he was missing for, like, I think, either a couple months or a year. And then he came in and he had an eye patch and this, like, giant, handsome butler man. And, I mean, he's still mentally recuperating from having his parents murdered and being tortured like that. So, I mean, I'd just like one of us to do that, because, okay. And so, like, when he goes and sees Father, that the circus people really love, the father's really excited to see him. But why? Well, I'm about to tell you something, like, really fucked up, and it's in here somewhere. Ah. Look. Okay, that's Ciel. Look at how small he is, by the way. And that's Ciel's father, Vincent Phantom Hive. And that's Father. So basically what happens is Father meets Vincent and Ciel, and he's like, oh my god, your boy's so cute and pretty, and he's charmed by him. He's one of the guys that wanted to see Ciel being tortured and, like, killed and things, and, he gets plastic surgery to try to look like a cute little girl with blonde hair, big eyes, curly hair, and it just, that's why his face is all wrapped up. And, I mean, this guy just has to be mentally, like, fucking insane to try to look like that. And that's why he's so excited when the Earl comes. He's like laughing at the fucking kids falling 30 feet down, like, what the fuck? This circus is just so fucked up, because this man is just so obsessed with Ciel. And I mean, it's really bloody, actually, because, the little girl gets just fucking killed, and then the other kid gets eaten by a lion. And all the policemen, when that little girl, they were kidnapping that little girl, and they just fucking killed all the policemen. Like, holy shit. Like, this is definitely like a 16 plus, like, older teen manga. Because, I mean, even when Sebastian went to go do that lady, you know, Beast, you know, he got in her little pants and her little weird little corset. Yeah, that happened in the manga too, but it was only like 2 pages long. Usually something that's 2 pages, it happens and then it's done. This scene, like, went on for like 5 minutes. Like, it was like, whoa. And they made it really sexual and really dramatic. And I mean, I feel personally like they kind of did it for, like, a joke. Because when they were trying to find out things about Ciel's parents and in that church, and, like, he fucked the nun. Like, I feel like they were making a joke of that, but I mean, he does do it, so. And then, all the characters, like, in the anime, they actually, like, really went into their lives and how happy they were. Like, I didn't personally, like, until I watched the last episode, I didn't know what was wrong with Dagger. Dagger is missing one of his legs. I didn't know that. I actually didn't even think Dagger was part of them, because Dagger originally has black hair and he dyes it blonde partly. And, you know, he's always been in love with Beast, and then Beast is in love with Joker, and Joker's like, we can't. I love you, but we can't. And, like, it just really, like, sucks you in. Like, they all have their deformities. Like, Joker is missing an arm, Dagger and Beast are missing a leg. Peter and Wendy have a disease where it's, no matter how old they get, they're gonna look like children. And I'm pretty sure they're twins. But, that's what their thing is. So that's why they call Peter, like, Nissan, which is, like, Oni-san, like, Oni-sama, Oni-chan. And that's why they call him that. They're like, Peter Nissan, and, you know. So that's why, and, like, I think the only person, like, I think, is, like, Joker, that doesn't call them Nissan and stuff. Like, Nissan. And I don't know if it's because, like, he's older, like, they're the same age. Like, I have no idea. But, this was a really good season. I'd love for them to continue on with this and kind of, like, throw away the Alois Trancy arc, like, with the other two demons, because the rest of it's, like, so good. Like, there's this, like, Titanic, like, thing where they're on this ship, and it's, like, a great big ship. And, you know, Ciel's on it, Sebastian's on it. Oh, Snake, the character Snake that's in the Circus that talks to the snakes, like, he becomes Ciel's butler, which I think Angela's dog, you know, the naked guy who runs around, I think that he was supposed to replace Snake. He's got the white hair and he's an animal man, whatever. But I mean, they have like there's a Titanic arc type thing, and it has zombies in it, and then on from that is Ciel joins like this school, kind of like how it is in Harry Potter with the houses, and everybody's got their color and they have a competition, and it's really cool, and it's got the Undertaker in it, and the Undertaker's a bad man. You notice by his eye color. You know. So, I suggest watching it if you've watched the other ones. It is a little gory. It's somewhat censored. I'd probably say the worst episode is probably like 9. Somebody gets their arm cut off, and about 3 children die. So, just watch out for that kind of stuff. And, you know, if you can't, just mute it and, like, look away. Because, you know, they always have those weird, gross sound effects. Why is my computer being an asshole? Sorry. My computer just, like, shut down. Okay, well, thank you for watching. Goodbye.